Welcome back. So today we're talking about 5 misunderstandings or myths related to health, vitality, and vigor. The first one has to do with aging. We get back pain, fat gain, low motivation, knee replacements. It's just a part of aging. My fellow Americans, since when? This is the only part of aging if we lean into the retirement and life atrophy promoted by insurance carriers, retirement plans, public health, and your local surgery ward. Let me work for 45 years, destroy my body in the process, and then roll over into a rocking chair at age 63 or 69 and get my Social Security check each month. I can't imagine a child or a teenager thinking that sounds like a good life. Aging is wow. Look at all I've learned. Look at all the experiences I've gained. Look at all the people I've impacted. Look at how me putting in consistent whole foods nutrition, having a consistent exercise routine, being kind, being gentle, has permitted me to not only enjoy my first 5 and 6 decades of life, but has enabled me to continue to thrive and add value to my family, to my community in the 6th decades, 7th, 8th, 9th decades. So don't look to the government or your insurance as to how to age. Look to the vital, life-giving people around you. Getting fat, having no motivation, getting joint replacements, having back pain, these do not have to be how you age. Number 2, eating Cheerios or Raisin Bran supports healthy cholesterol levels and is therefore good for the heart. Time after time, patients come in talking about how they're eating a healthy breakfast to help their blood pressure, to help their cholesterol, and it is full of cereals. These whole grain cereals literally are marketing and pretty packaging with little to zero health bite. These cereals are a bastion of sugar spikes from the ultra-processed grains, heavy pesticide residues, genetic modification, rancid oils, and artificial vitamins. Oats are a beautiful thing. Oats are not the problem. Get your steel-cut oats, get your sprouted oats, soak those babies, cook them for 15 to 30 minutes, not the quick ones, and you can do yourself a world of good. There is plenty of health to be gained there. Not to mention, like a patient I saw today who I asked, do you mind eggs? You're eating Raisin Bran, you're eating Cheerios for breakfast, do you mind eggs? He says, no, I love eggs. I'm just trying to help my heart out. I thought, man, no, that's not what the studies show. If you want to help your heart out, have an egg each day. That will substantially decrease your risk of heart disease and stroke, as was demonstrated in a 2018 study. So drop the cereals, I highly recommend it, and grab yourself some fruit, some nuts and seeds, some vegetable matter, some actual oats, some buckwheat, some eggs. Enjoy those for breakfast. Number 3, high cholesterol is a problem, or worse, high cholesterol means I need a statin medication. I had a patient the other day whose cholesterol was 120. First time I'd seen him. And his doctor had told him, wow, this looks great. Your statin medication is doing a fantastic job. There is a reason your body has cholesterol. Unfortunately, a cholesterol of 120 is not supporting longevity, is not supporting refurbishing of your cell membranes and making sure your brain stays around if you decide you want to live till you're 80 or 90 years old. There is a reason your cholesterol is elevated, if it is that. And it's not because you have a statin medication, an atorvastatin deficiency. What is there is a nutritional deficiency, a nutritional insufficiency. There's an inflammatory process at work that you will want to get a handle on if your cholesterol is high. And your cholesterol being high is a great marker for you to look at and say, okay, why is that? What is going on in my machine that it's that way? I know it's not a statin deficiency, but something else is deficient or off balance. So start working on your nutrition. Start building your anti-inflammatory powerhouse that is your skeletal muscle. Get a sweating routine going. Look at your sleep habits. Maybe go through a digestive renewal program like I've put together, and I'll put a link in the notes below, to improve leaky gut and to rebalance your healthy gut flora. Time and again, I've seen patients who for years had high cholesterol, high triglycerides, super low HDL, just like this gentleman. His HDL was 19. That's not good. We need an HDL that's at least over 50 to usher that cholesterol back to the liver to be broken down. But time and time again, I've seen remarkable changes in cholesterol levels, triglycerides, HDLs, via transforming the person's digestive tract, transforming the balance of flora in their digestive tract. All right, number 4, Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's no big deal, no big deal. You know, for my achy back or my knees, or I just get a headache sometimes, so I'll take some Tylenol. I have a fever, my kid has a fever, I'm gonna take some Tylenol. You know, I saw a person recently recommending that their friend get Tylenol suppositories for their toddler's fever as they're having trouble getting Tylenol in via the oral route. And over, individuals are just popping Tylenol like it's grapes. No big deal, no side effects, it's free. Not thinking twice about the ramifications of short or long-term Tylenol use. You know, there are over 56,000 ER visits related to Tylenol each year, and over 500 people just die from acute liver failure from taking in Tylenol. You know, an otherwise healthy person dies from taking in Tylenol. Is that wild? Do we understand what's going on here? So a person takes Tylenol in a depleted state, such as when they have a fever, they're trying to fight off an infection, reducing their body's most critical, what we call the master antioxidant, glutathione. So when our body is working to overcome an infectious onslaught, it is high value we support it with the foods we're eating, with the drinks we're consuming, with the herbs we're taking, with the vitamins, the minerals, rather than squelch that healing process for a short-term symptom relief of not having a feverish feeling. All right, finally, signing up for weekend 5Ks, half marathons, Spartan races. This is just as good as having a consistent fitness routine that I do week in and week out. And I should expect that my body keeps showing up for me year after year by doing this weekend warrior stuff. Unfortunately, if your daily life revolves around sitting in a car, sitting at a desk, sitting on a couch, and laying down in bed to go to sleep at night, you are probably going to be rudely awakened when you're 45, 50, 60, 65, roll around, and you realize your body's breaking down. I'm a positive guy. Pretty much across the board, I feel like I can find a way to make most any glass half full, but going all out and then doing nothing, or having sprints of greatness for 3 months a year, or every couple years, or before that wedding, or before that show, or before that Spartan race, that does not lead to beneficial long-term adaptation. And without consistent controlled stressors, our body will not adapt adequately enough. And without adaptation via consistent controlled stressors, our bodies weaken and the propensity to injury is greatly magnified. I think all the Spartan races are great. We did a Ragnar race just a couple years ago with a great group of people, and it was loads of fun. But I highly recommend maintaining and building fitness in the interim, between those challenges. In fact, if you build in between, you're going to be even better at those challenges. Otherwise, the challenge, the race, though euphoric for our mind, it's literally like getting jumped in an alley and just getting knocked out and beat up for our physical body. And in the end, we could show up at age 65 with a mind that wants to do all this stuff, a mind that has time and potential finances to go do all these things, and have a body, because of all those beating ups it's endured, incapable of showing up for us. And find ourselves, instead of going out and just enjoying activities of life and hikes and all that, we're in the physical therapy suite twice a week. Consider consistency when it comes to your physical movement, your strength training. Accumulate health. You will not regret it. When you're right now, you won't regret it. And when you're 80, you'll be excited you did it. So I'm Dr. Matt. Let me know what your plans are, what your strategies are to accumulate more health. And I'll see you next week. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really helps get this message out to more and more people. See you guys later.